When it's safe to do so, Gerald will often reply equals 6 to his employees and co-workers. What is his job and why that reply? One more time. When it's safe to do so, Gerald will often reply equals 6 to his employees and co-workers. What is his job and why that reply?
It's really hard for my brain not to just go 6, 7 based on my kids lately.
By the time this episode comes out, that'll be long gone, right?
I know, they'll be like, 6 what?
I found a thing while researching, and this for a video that'll come out a long time from now. Things like that, weird expressions that are basically meaningless, have been going on for so long. I found an old reference, and I've got to explain a reference from like 1888 in a video to just a song title that became the equivalent of 6-7 for the 1880s.
That's beautiful.
It's so much context. It's so much context.
We've done some special bonus episodes reading a joke book from the 1700s, and a lot of those jokes, you just get to the punchline, you're like, I got nothing. This is clearly something cultural that was really important at the time, but for me, I got nothing. Mm-hmm. Just like this question, why would you ever need to say equals 6? I've got nothing. This is nonsense.
Good segue.
Do you think we should focus more on the when it's safe to do so? Like what sort of boss is giving some safety instructions?
Yeah. When is it not safe to say equals 6?
Yeah, is it saying it that's not safe, or is it that there's other things going on and 6 is like the signal that it's safe? And why 6 and not 7?
When I say equals 6, everybody's going to run across the road. But if there's traffic, it's like, I got to wait. And then I'll say equals 6 and all my employees can run across the road.
Yeah.
Why? Equals 6 is the answer to something, right? That's like they've posed a question. Hey, boss, I got a real tough problem. 2 times 3, what's going on? And then when it's safe, equals 6.
Is there some sort of situation where people might be saying something that sounds like a simple maths problem? Like 24 over 4?
Yes.
Ooh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, could it be like a sport? What was exactly his title? Did he get a title to?
He didn't get a title, no.
Okay, could it be like I wonder if it was one of those, you know how when American football players are playing American football, the coach is always like, we're going to run this play, we're going to run this, because everything's very mathematically laid out. And I wonder if it's like a code sort of thing of we're going to do play 2 3 times. So I'm going to tell my team equals 6. And that way the other people don't know that that's what we're going to do. My team gets the code, and I only do it when it's safe to do so, because if we did it at a different place, we'd lose the game.
So code is a good keyword in there. Perhaps not in the way that you're describing it, though.
Damn.
This wouldn't work for a phone call or a radio message.
Intriguing.
Ooh.
It wouldn't work for a phone.
So is there some kind of thinking back to different types of code, like you've got Morse code and stuff like that? Is there one that's based around only 6 different sort of variables, maybe?
I'm now just moving my mouth, hoping that one of you will look at my face and think that it looks like something.
Yes, that's exactly
right.
Microphone's not working when you've come up with the perfect answer. What about earthquakes? There's category of different earthquakes, and that would involve a bit of not being safe. But then the equals throws me off with that.
Equals is just an odd thing. 6 is a very clear message. Equals 6 is a weird guy. This guy's got something strange going on.
If it's not a phone call or radio message, what might it be?
I pictured him just rolling a window down and shouting verbally to some people. Just leaning out of his office.
I don't think that picture's right at all.
Okay. He writes it down. It's a visual message. It's not about the sound. He goes, equals 6, and everyone looks and they go...
Is he doing it with his hands somehow? I can't even make that.
You've all missed a pretty obvious way of communication here.
Sign language, talking.
He texts it.
He texts it. Yeah, this is a text message.
That's writing it down.
6.
Okay, so
well, it is,
6.
but not by putting a pen unless you have a Palm Pilot from the 90s. Generally, you're not handwriting this.
I briefly thought about could it be some sort of text speak, and then I went, no, equals 6 is only going to be rude in text speak, whatever it is.
Equals 6 is It's like a equals. It's like a colon P. It's a
little bit.
it's like
A little bit.
I'm your crazy boss. Oh,
Not quite. I think, Danny, I'd drill down on that simple math problem.
Okay. What else can there be besides just
Back to the numbers that make up 6.
3 plus 3? That's a pretty good one.
2 plus 4, 1 plus 5.
We're nailing it.
3 factorial. 3 with an exclamation
true.
mark. They text 3 exclamation mark. It's like equals 6.
Remember, this is a text message, and it's only when it's safe to do so.
What situations are there when people use texting in safe versus potentially unsafe moments? When is this important in someone's job?
And then I suppose the other thing we need to consider is if it's not safe to do so, does he not send them anything, or does he send them something else? Is also like a
Doesn't send them anything.
When someone, what about when someone says 10-4? That would be like 10 minus 4, right?
Yes, it
10-4.
would, Danny.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
So
why
it's
do
just-
people say that?
10-4 is like message received.
It is.
It's like I got it, man.
Yep, and when written down, it is 10-4, 10 minus 4. So what's his job, and why that reply?
Yeah, who does this? Because right now I feel like we've got a text conversation of people saying, yep, 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 to each other.
Is it like military based in some way?
Who else might use that?
Medical, like hospital codes?
And has a job where it's unsafe to text while you're doing it?
Truck drivers?
Yes.
Oh.
So you've got the first part, truck
Okay.
driver.
He is a truck driver, and he replies equals 6 to say 10-4, but
10-4 means affirmative in 10 code. So yeah, that's truck drivers, law enforcement, others. It has its roots in CB radio, but if you are in that community, you might still text 10-4 just as instead of saying okay or anything like that. So why might you text back equals 6 to that?
Because it sounds fun.
Because it sounds fun. That's the whole thing. It's just him being. It's just him adding a joke.
I didn't know that truck drivers would communicate with that sort of thing with each other.
It really wasn't that deep. It's just him
No.
being annoying.
it's just him being a cool guy.
Yeah, I really think
rebel.
that we were fine. I was totally fine with him having fun, but just going, why are truck drivers talking to each other?
The Lateral book is out now. Just click on the link to get your copy.